And I like to make them lower point options. Okay. I have the potato. Okay. Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki, and today's video I'm going to be sharing 3 appetizer recipes with you guys. So if you've been following me for a little bit, you might know that we love appetizers. We like to have appetizer nights for dinner every once in a while, where we make like 2, 3, or 4 different appetizers, and that's just our meal. We usually just kind of snack on those because we enjoy them. And what I like to do is just make lower point versions of appetizers at home, because usually appetizers are higher point foods, and a lot of times they can add up pretty quickly. So I try to keep them lower point because we like to enjoy them every once in a while. Usually it is a little bit of a higher point dinner when we have them all, but it is definitely worth it, and we just track and move on. But anyway, I'm going to be sharing 3 recipes today, so if you enjoy this video or find it helpful, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it, and let's get started. So first, let me tell you what we're going to be making. We are going to be doing some crab stuffed mushrooms today. So I've got a tray of mushrooms here that I just cleaned. What I'm going to do is go ahead and just scoop out the inside stem like this, and I'm actually going to save them and chop them up and use some for the filling. I don't know if I'll use all of them, but I'll use some, and I'm going to chop them up and add them to a bowl. Like I said, I already washed them, so I'm going to be filling them with the stuffing that we're going to make, which is going to have some of the diced mushroom, like I said. This is 0 points. Then I'm going to use an entire pack of imitation crab, which you could use like lump crab meat. I just prefer this, honestly, especially with like the cream cheese flavor, which today we're going to be using Laughing Cow. I've got some light Laughing Cow wedges. I'm going to be using 6 of them, and that's 6 points. Like I said, I'm going to use this entire pack. Then to that, I'm also going to add some garlic, some shredded Parmesan cheese, and some seasonings. And then I'm also going to add some Panko breadcrumbs. That's how I'm going to make the filling. So like I said, we're just going to be popping out the middles like that. And then I'm going to scoop a little bit out. I have a little grapefruit spoon that works perfectly for that. So that's what I'm going to be chopping up to use as the filling. And I'm just going to go ahead and quickly pop all these out. And they are washed, like I said. So make sure to wash them first. But I'm actually going to be cooking those in the air fryer. So I've got this little air fryer tray that we have. We have like a toaster oven air fryer now. And so that's just what I'm going to be using. I'll probably use the regular air fry setting though. But I'm just going to fill this tray. They'll probably be touching because there's a decent amount. I've got 15 mushrooms here. So they're going to fit on this tray, and I'm just going to bake them in the air fryer. Then the next appetizer I'm going to be making is smashed potatoes, but I'm going to be making them pizza smashed potatoes. So I have some of these Little Potato Co. potatoes here, and this is the variety pack, so it's got like red and yellow in there. I already have them in a pot right here that I put a lot of salt in, and I'm going to start boiling the water. I'm going to boil these for about 20 minutes until I poke them with a fork and they're tender. And then what I do is I take them out, I'm going to dry them off, and then smash them, and then I'm going to bake them probably for like 15 minutes at 400, which I already have my oven preheating. And once they've baked enough, I'll flip them over. I'm going to put some seasoning and some olive oil on them, but once I've done that, I'm going to add a little bit of light mozzarella from Trader Joe's, and then I'm also going to add a turkey pepperoni. So I'm going to pop them back in to let that crisp up, and then I'm also going to have a dipping sauce. So I've got some tomato sauce here that I'm going to add some basil and some seasonings to, and it's just the Trader Joe's tomato sauce. So those will be really simple once they're done boiling, which I'm going to start the water right now for that. But once those are done boiling and they've cooked for 20 minutes and they're ready to get dried off, it's pretty easy to just smash them, add the seasoning, pop them in the oven. I'm starting those first. And then the last thing that I'm going to be making today is Reuben egg rolls, which you guys know we love Reuben recipes. Some of our favorites are like Reuben bowls and Reuben bakes. And now I'm going to be making Reuben egg rolls, which are kind of similar to the wraps I like to make. But I've got some egg roll wrappers that I just got from Walmart. This is the brand. And usually it's over by like the vegan section where they have like the vegan meats and stuff. That's usually where I can find these. But I'm going to be using half the pack today, so I'll be making 10 egg rolls. But for each egg roll, I'm going to use some pastrami, which I have this Hillshire Farm pastrami. I'm going to be using a slice on each egg roll, and I went ahead and just weighed them out, and it's 0.5 ounce per slice. So that'll be easy to kind of track. I already made a recipe in WW, and I can share the links for those. But I'm going to do 1 slice on each egg roll. I'm going to do some shredded Jarlsberg reduced fat Swiss, which I already went ahead and shredded up. So I have 4 ounces here. That's just what I happen to have left. And I'm going to go ahead and put 0.4 of an ounce on each one because that's just how it divides up to make 10 egg rolls. And then I'm also going to add some sauerkraut. So Adam actually helped me out and went ahead and strained this. So I'll add some sauerkraut. And he made sure to get most of the liquid out so that it's not making the egg rolls too soggy. So we've got the strained sauerkraut, the pastrami, and the cheese. I'll wrap them up into the egg rolls, and then I'll probably make like a Thousand Island dressing as a dipping sauce, just using some light mayo and ketchup and some seasonings. But anyway, I'm going to get started assembling everything. I've got the potatoes going going right now. I'm gonna start with the mushrooms, I think, and then get the egg rolls in the oven because those take about 20 minutes too. So I think the mushrooms will be the fastest in the air fryer, so that's why I'm gonna do that. And the potatoes will probably take the longest in the oven, so I need to get those started. I ended up saving the stems of the mushrooms for a different recipe because there was much more from scooping them out than I realized, so I just used what I scooped out as the filling. And once I unwrapped the 6 Laughing Cows, I just popped the bowl in the microwave for 30 seconds to heat them up so that it was easier to mix them together. I tried to dice up the filling from the mushrooms as well as the imitation crab, and then that's what I added to the bowl. Once the potatoes were fork tender, I just took them out and put them on a tray with a paper towel to dry them off as best as I could. Then I just laid them out on a baking tray that had aluminum foil on it that I just sprayed with some nonstick olive oil spray. To smash the potatoes, I just used a regular drinking glass and I used the bottom of it and pressed it onto each potato. For the filling of the mushrooms, I just put on a glove and used my hand to combine it. And once it was all mixed together, I put it on my food scale to weigh out how much the entire filling was. And then I divided it into the equal portions for the mushrooms. And I made sure to just put the mushrooms on a foil-lined sheet that I had sprayed with nonstick olive oil spray as well. I usually just make a really quick and easy pizza dipping sauce by using a can of tomato sauce with some different seasonings. Today I used some fresh garlic and some basil. And then to make a really quick and easy Thousand Island dressing at home, I just mixed together some ketchup, a little bit of light mayo. I have some onion salt, minced onion, and then I dice up some pickles and add those as well. Okay, so everything is done and we're gonna go ahead and give everything a try. So really quickly, I tracked everything in WW, so I will give the points in the description with the recipes as well as the macros and calories. I just haven't tracked those yet, but I do have the points. So for this, one egg roll comes out to 3 points. We've got the pizza smashed potatoes that pretty much come out to 1 point a bite or 4 points for 4. I just tracked it that way because some of them are bigger and smaller, so I'm gonna divide them that way. And then the crab stuffed mushrooms come out to 1 point a piece. So we're gonna go ahead and try all these. I did make us some Thousand Island dressing. I didn't really chop up the pickles that much, but it'll be fine.
That's fine.
But I just did it quickly with some ketchup, light mayo, pickles, and some seasoning. And then I made the pizza dipping sauce with just some different seasonings, some garlic, and some basil. So what do you want to start with? I say...
what do you want to end with? I feel like that's the bigger question.
Good call. I don't know.
I feel like the mushrooms we should end with.
Okay, let's start with the pizza bites.
Okay.
So we've got our own little marinara. Here's what a pizza bite looks like. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's good with the pepperoni crispy.
Yeah, those are really salty, but in like a good way.
And the basil and the sauce is so good.
Yes.
So then we've got the Reuben egg rolls, which these are still pretty hot. So I went ahead and already cut one open so it could cool off a little bit. And then we've got our Thousand Island sauce. Cheers.
Cheers.
We should end it with that one. It's so good.
Oh my gosh.
I love those egg roll wrappers, how crunchy they get in the oven. The pastrami is just like perfect in there.
That sauerkraut's so good.
It's really good.
I love sauerkraut.
Okay, last thing we're gonna try a crab stuffed mushroom. I just ended up making these in the air fryer and they actually cooked up pretty perfectly. So let's see how they are on the inside. Cheers.
Are you doing the whole thing? Bite.
Oh my gosh. The garlic's perfect. I wanted the garlic in it and that like makes it. I could just eat the filling by a spoonful.
Yeah.
Okay, is that your favorite thing?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, those turned out better than I expected.
Oh my gosh.
They're perfect. I didn't know how well they would go in the air fryer, but with the Parmesan cheese and the Laughing Cow, it's actually pretty creamy on the inside.
And the mushroom's just like a perfect little base. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's a good little bite.
And they're like soft enough that they're still like firm to hold, but like they did get kind of liquidy in there, but like the perfect amount. Okay, and pretty low point. So we're gonna go ahead and make our dinner with this. So we're gonna make plates up with these appetizers and that's what we're having tonight. I'm excited. This is all really good. If you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out and I really appreciate it. I will have the recipes in the description with the points and the macros and calories and everything. So that will be down there. Thank you guys for watching and we will see you next time.
Bye.